If you're over 40 and wondering if it's worth your time to start a YouTube channel when nobody's even watching, at least in the very beginning, well then this video today is for you. If you've been waiting for that perfect moment to start your YouTube channel, or maybe for that audience to magically appear out of nowhere, let me tell you a little secret. The magic doesn't start when people find you. It begins that moment that you decide to start showing up for yourself. Sometimes it's one small choice, like uploading your first video, that quietly starts to change everything. Not with fireworks and not with viral videos, at least not in the very beginning, but with something far deeper, like clarity and confidence, purpose. And here's the thing. It begins long before anybody even knows your name. When I posted my first video 5 or 6 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. The lighting was bad, the sound was worse, my editing looked like I had done it with safety scissors. I didn't know anything about titles or thumbnails or why some videos take off and others don't. But something deep inside of me whispered to keep going, to keep trying. Back then, I didn't really understand how YouTube and I could be the perfect mix. For a long time, I kept my voice small. Not because I didn't care, but because deep down, I didn't think it mattered. That's where YouTube has really surprised me. It became this gentle, unexpected invitation to show up more fully as who I really am. And in finding my voice, I'm finding myself. And starting over in my 50s, I never imagined that YouTube would be such a big part of that journey. But now I call YouTube my freedom machine. YouTube isn't just a creative outlet. It can be a long-term passive income generating machine if you treat it the right way. A YouTube channel and a YouTube business are two completely different things. Every video becomes a part of your digital library, earning views, income, and impact for years to come. The choices I make today create my tomorrow. Every small step is a brick in the foundation of something much, much bigger. Starting a YouTube business is certainly an investment in me, in my future, and the kind of freedom that doesn't come from hustle and burnout. I don't know about you, but I am so over that. This kind of freedom is quiet and it's steady. It grows over time through meaningful work that compounds over time. When I first started my YouTube journey, I did not understand how many forms of income can come from this. And if you know anything about investing, you know this. Compound interest is king. And that's exactly what's happening here. Every skill you learn, every video that you create, every small action, it all compounds over time. And it feels good knowing that what I create today is literally building my future. Something that I can grow while I sleep. And that years from now, I'll look back and I'll say, damn, I am really happy I made that choice. Here's what I wish I had known when I first started. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the whole world. Over 2.7 billion people use it every single month. People don't just come to YouTube to scroll. They come here to search, to learn, to grow, to heal. And here's the gift in that. When someone searches for something that you've made a video about, you're not interrupting their day. They're already looking for you. You don't need to have millions of followers to make a big impact. You don't need to go viral. You just need a clear message and the courage to show up consistently, even when it's messy. Good things grow over time, and YouTube is one of the best places in the world to plant those seeds. There's something people don't talk about enough. Creating content really changes you. It's kind of remarkable. It reveals you to yourself. It clarifies your thoughts, your message, your voice. even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. That's where the real transformation actually begins. I didn't expect YouTube to change me this much. Honestly, I didn't. Especially in the ways that I've quietly longed for over the years. I remember when I was 12 years old, sitting on the school bus, that big old yellow school bus, on my way to school when I lived in Burlington, Vermont. And I was super duper shy. Like, I had a really hard time talking to anybody. And I remember in that moment recognizing that something had to change, that I could not go through the whole of my life like that. But it took a long time to learn how to open up and how to really express what's inside of me. And it's really interesting to find out through all these years that YouTube is such a wonderful tool to help me to step out of my comfort zone and discover entirely new parts of myself. For years, I felt like pieces of me were still hidden, still waiting, and while I had done plenty of inner work, something was still missing. Until now. This creative process, showing up again and again and again, has been a beautiful unfolding. And here's the part I didn't expect. The real gold isn't in the number of subscribers or the numbers of views. It's the version of you that begins to emerge as you show up consistently over time. That version is powerful, it's real, and it's already inside of you. And then there's perhaps the greatest surprise of all. The community that begins to form around you. Wow! I've had people reach out from countries that I've never even been to, and I've been to a lot. People I've never met send kind words or even generous support because something that I shared helped them. It's humbling and it's beautiful. Just little old me sitting here in my quiet space, just trying to be honest, and someone somewhere out there in the world feels seen. That's the ripple effect. You never know whose life is quietly being touched just because you were brave enough to show up. So if you've been wondering if your voice matters, or if you're too late, or are you even ready, let me tell you this. You're more ready than you think. You just need to get started. Because the moment you do, you step into a story that you can't fully see yet, but one that's already waiting for you.